we learn everything about public relations. With me, your host, Joanne Kataike Okelo. For those that have subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. And those that are still procrastinating on subscribing, please, today is the day. Click on the link below and let's all teach each other everything about public relations. Today, the topic we are focusing on is pretty simple. How do you write a newsworthy press release? What is a press release anyway? A press release is a statement that an organization or an individual issues to the media for purposes of generating news. So a press statement can be about an announcement, it can be about awards, it can be about an upcoming event, it can even be about research findings that an organization has had, it can be about a new report that an organization has published. So anything that is newsworthy that an organization or an individual would like to relate to the media is highlighted in a press release and pitched to the media for the media to act as a mouthpiece to run this story. Why do we issue press releases as PR practitioners or organizations or individuals? Press releases help us garner media publicity. They also help us gain media attention on a particular topic or issue that we want to relay out there. Press releases also help us give content to the media that we want other people to search about on two different websites. For example, if a press release is pitched out and run on any website, in case I enter, for example, everything PR, I should be able to read about everything PR. So that is what you call search engine optimization. A press release helps you do that. But that means that when you're writing a press release, you should always capture the keywords that you want people to always know about your organization. For example, if you handle soap, if you handle soap like Unilever, or you handle hair products like Movit, then your press release should always have the Movit or the Unilever and then the hair product, so that when I search about these products or the name of your company, I'm able to find you anywhere on the internet. What are the elements of a press release? The elements are, what are those things that we should not miss out on a press release? A press release should always be dated, because a date gives the media guidance on when you want it to run. So it could be for immediate release or embargoed. I'll go through that when I'm giving you the real examples of a press release. Secondly, a press release should always have a heading. A press release, it should be very captivating, by the way, so that the media are interested in running your press release. A press release should always have an introduction. The introduction captures the 5 W's. I've talked about this before. I'll go through that. The when, the what, the why, the whom, and where. Those 5 W's must be captured in the introduction, which is the first paragraph of a press release. Thereafter, you enter into the body. Now, the body captures the how. Why are you doing this? What are you doing? What are the details of the communication that you are giving out there? In there still, you must attribute content to a source. I'm going to give you all these examples in the sample press release that I'm going to show you. After you've given the body, there is need to have a conclusion. The conclusion should always be a call to action. Thereafter, you give the contact details of if I need any more information, who do I call? After the contact details, you then get into what we call a boilerplate. In communication, a boilerplate are those facts about an organization or facts about a campaign that you're relaying out there. So now I have a press release that I wrote about 12 years ago, but I thought it has very good examples of exactly what I'm talking about. It has all the elements of a press release, and all of you will be able to pick aspects of what I've been talking about through this example of an actual press release. So I'll move the camera to the laptop and I take you through step by step on what is it that is very important in a press release. So this is a sample of a press release that I did about 10 or 12 years ago, and I thought it has all the elements of a press release that we can capture. It was a campaign, United Against Malaria. If you look at where my cursor is, I want you to focus on the need to place branding or a logo on top of your press release. It helps focus the media to know where the press release is coming from. Next is a press release should always have, of course, the word press release. You could center them or put them to the left. I prefer to keep mine on the left. Now for immediate release is it shows that the press release can be released by the media immediately. And of course, you must always insert the date. In a situation where you are not releasing the press release immediately and you're sending it to the media, you write the word press release, but then you you see where I've highlighted blue, you write the word embargoed until 8 a.m. 11th May 2011. So you must always put a time on the embargoed press release, while for immediate release does not have to have time because it's for immediate release. Next, we move to the title. So in this case, it depends on the country you're in. Some countries, you can put the brand name of whichever organization you're working for. Others don't like those kinds of of headlines where a company name is always fronted. So for this particular case, there were 6 big companies that were involved. So I thought of saying 6 giants unite against malaria in Uganda, because in Uganda we have an issue with malaria killing children, killing pregnant mothers. So giving a headline like this is very captivating because 6 giants are united against a killer disease, malaria. Next, we are looking at the introduction. The introduction, remember I said you must capture the 5 W's: what, why, where, when, and whom you are. What are you trying to address in this press release? So for this one, we needed to first of all talk about the disease, the corporates that are on board, and what the campaign is about. Next, you go to the body of the press release. If you see, the body here captures, of course, the 6 partners that are involved. And very importantly, you see where there's a green highlight, I have put an attribution. An attribution is a source. You indicate where you're getting your information from. It's very important for a press release. If you ever send out a press release that doesn't have an attribute, it could be thrown out because where are you getting this information from? So in this case, my source was Kenneth Mulondo. He was the project manager, product coordinator of United Against Malaria. So this is how you attribute. You write the name of the person, their title, and then the name of their organization. So you could put the first quote in brackets. Now next, you see I'm saying he added, because there's no other name between Kenneth Mulondo and the next paragraph. When I say he, it means I'm referring to the previous speaker, who is Kenneth Mulondo. But if there are more than 2 people that are speaking, that are being referred to in a press release, then you'll have to keep adding their names because you're mixing up paragraphs. And so if you say he, you could be referring to a wrong he. Very importantly is if you see where I have just highlighted now, statistics. Statistics are very important in a press release. A press release without statistics is very scary. You must always justify the reason as to why you are making any announcement. So statistics give your story pomp. Now this one is still the body. We are talking about what all the other partners are doing. I'll skip that, but I'll move to the conclusion where I've highlighted in this neon turquoise. You'll see it's a call to action. So Mulondo concluded by urging more partners, individuals, organizations to come on board. You see, he's calling people to act. So remember, your conclusion should always be a call to action. This word ends is very important after you've written your call to action. Ends signifies the end of your press release. Next is you must add for contact information. It's very important for the journalists to have a number that they can call after they have received a press release in case they have questions. So the contact information should have the name of the organization, the email, and the telephone number that they can call, Now, this in yellow is what you would call a boilerplate. So in this case, a boilerplate could be facts about malaria, because this was a malaria campaign, it wasn't an organization. But also here, it could be about Nike, about MTN, about DSTV Uganda. It could be anything but facts about an organization or a campaign. So in this case, we are talking about how many times malaria kills a child, how many children malaria has killed in Africa, in Uganda, how the percentage of deaths that malaria contributes to in Africa. So these are quick facts that the journalist would love to pick on. Now that we have learnt about a press release, as PR people, let's not forget that the media are very busy, they are very distracted. So the content that we put in a press release should be newsworthy enough for them to run with very fast. Sometimes PR practitioners invite journalists without giving them a press statement and assume that the journalists are going to pick the content that they want and go and write. First, that delays the time within which the story will run. Secondly, your facts could be distorted. So write a press release, capture all the facts that you want the media to write about a particular event, a particular activity, a particular announcement, such that it becomes very easy for them to relay the content out there. The simpler you make it for the media to run your story, the faster your story will run in the media. Thank you once again for tuning into Everything PR. Every week we will have a session on public relations where all of us are learning more and getting deeper into the field of public relations. Remember to click on the link below for those that haven't subscribed so that we all learn everything about public relations. Thank you.